welcome ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Psionic Aftermath stream. We are here for a good one, guys. We are here for the ATL match between X versus Ris3n. I am your caster Snoopy here, and I'm joined by my buddy Salvan.
How you guys doing? I don't say this for every event, but I've been looking forward to this one all week.
Yeah, me too.
This is going to be crazy. Alright, so X and Ris3n. Both of them are 4-0 in the Alpha Team League. They have not yet been defeated. Not once. Ris3n is currently first in tiebreakers, but one of these teams is going to lose their perfect record today.
Yeah,
we have... Go on, Snoopy.
Oh no, go ahead.
We have the creme de la creme of X here today. We have Jardoza, a Zerg who came within one game of beating Puck and qualifying to the money of the WCS Leipzig qualifiers. We have Guitar Cheese, a former rank 1 GM. We have Loki, aka DRG Ling, a former Korean B-Team pro gamer. We have our best players here, and Ris3n will be responding in kind, because their first player is actually going to be Sloth's Omega Banana on an alternate account. So both sides are bringing the best players they can scrounge up, and we're going to see some very high level games.
Yep, we have a really good one. So we're all the casters and players are in the lobby, and again, the first map is on Eastwatch, so this should be fun. I would think that the gold base and this map is going to be in play, maybe. We shall see.
Yeah, very possibly. I mean, and this first map is going to be Omega Banana versus Jardoza. That's Fight Some Crimes main account. So, yeah, we're going to start it off strong. We're going to start off with a bang. It's not often that Jardoza is the underdog in a match like this.
Yeah.
Because Jardoza is really good. Very high level. But so is Omega. I've seen him play. He's scary.
Yeah. Again, thanks for all for tuning in. We have how many so far 14 viewers on the stream. So welcome all to this cast. Hope you guys enjoy it.
I'm sure it'll only climb. It's just going to be great.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Fight Some Crime is ready. Is Jardoza ready? Oops. All right, ready. He's ready. So everyone's ready. Let's go. And we're here. The countdown has begun.
We are going to get underway. Oh man.
Again, this is for the ATL match. Basically,
so it will be a best of 5 pro league match.
Yep, that's correct. And if it goes to the 5th game, there will be the ace player chosen by each team. So it will be interesting if who each team chooses as their ace player.
Yep, we can go over the format if nothing crazy happens in the first couple minutes of this game once it gets started. Just taking a bit to load in because there's so many people and it's a lot of people's first game of the day. Which means I don't have everything loaded into memory just yet.
Just for all that are tuning in, the stream has a 2-minute delay. So if I respond to you a bit late, it's not that I'm ignoring you guys. I'm just it's just a delay there.
Alright, in the bottom left, representing Psionic Aftermath, top 100 Grandmaster Zerg. It is the red Zerg. It is Jardoza. But in the top right, looking to take Jardoza down and win this first game, representing Ris3n in this clan war, but from Sloth Esports, it is Omega Banana. Picking yellow. I wonder if that's a deliberate choice, given the banana in his name.
Yeah, that's actually
I wouldn't
a good
be
point.
surprised if it was.
It all makes sense.
So, Snoopy, you want to explain the format of the ATL to those of us who haven't been following along?
Yeah, sure. So basically, each player there's a total of 4 players, and it's pro league style. So each player has a determined matchup, and they only play one game. So whether they win or lose, they only play one game, and then we have it to a best of the first team to the best of that wins the 3 games. At least the first 3 wins will win the ATL match.
That's right. And if we do it to a game number 5, all bets are off and players can be brought back for the ace match. So we'll see the best players from both teams duking it out. But we already see something a little unusual. We see 2 gates before Nexus coming out of Omega Banana.
Yeah, so
And I'm going to send this to one of our golds because he seems to like this build, and I've been telling him, no, you shouldn't do it, but now I'm going to have to kind of apologize.
wait, you're coaching or helping a gold player?
Yeah, I'm helping him with this Chobo Team League this week.
Ah, I see.
And there goes the Nexus. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to send him this replay and be like, hey, this is how you do it. Because I'm going to trust Omega Banana over pretty much anyone else I know.
Yeah, I mean, Omega Banana, he's getting 1 gas, so most likely these are 2 adepts, chrono boosting it, and he's gonna go ahead and chrono boost it across the map and see if he can get some drone or harass done.
Yeah, and this is on Eastwatch too, which means he probably does this on every map, or is willing to do it on any map, because this is probably one of the worst maps to do it on because of the size.
Yeah. And I'm surprised he even did it, because this map is actually pretty easy to wall off, I think. Like, only requires 3 buildings. So, it's not like maybe a map like Callus or Biogenesis where there's like no ramp, no uphill ramp. And so, it's pretty interesting that he actually chose this map to do it on. And here we go. The Adept's going to go ahead and shade into the main, see if he's going to let it finish.
I guess he just likes to put on some pressure. I mean, I understand that. I love to put on some pressure as well. But Jardos was ready. He's got a lot of Zerglings, and he's going to... I don't know if he'll take out these Adepts before they manage to shade out or not, but he does get the surround, and I think he's going to take both of them down. Yes, he is. And Jardos are showing, yeah, this is kind of why people don't do this very much.
Yeah.
There's the other 2 Adepts shading back home.
Now, the good thing that worked out for Jardozer, because I think he was going for some aggression play. He has a evolution chamber already, so he's gonna go ahead and...
Oh man, you're right. And plus 1 melee.
Yep, that's correct.
2 Dropper Lords, plus 1 melee. That is a good point. Fight some... Omega Banana just pretty much getting build order countered here, but on the plus side, he will have plenty of units to fend this off. He already has a shield battery. That is natural, so he's figuring there could be a counterattack. I'm not sure if he knows this isn't potentially a... Yeah, look at all these Adepts. They're not actually going to get anything done. He has to stop unloading, I think.
Oh no, he's actually going to go ahead and try to sacrifice these lanes just to get one.
He's going to commit, but Adept. I don't think he's going to get the Adept, and he doesn't.
14 life there.
Yeah, just not worth it in the end. So, now, all of a sudden, Omega Banana in a great position.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually... Go ahead.
Go on.
Oh, he's gonna. I was about to say he's gonna go ahead and transition into an eco game as he started producing more drones instead, as he realized this attack ain't gonna do much.
Yeah, and he's not that far behind either. He is kind of behind in tech, but he's not that far behind economically. Though he's getting his 3rd base at a reasonable timing, and it is at the gold base, so that'll allow him to get a nice economic lead. But he's getting a Baneliness, so I wonder if he wants to go for some follow-up aggression.
Yeah, I would like to actually see him start spreading his creep, as that 3rd base is pretty far from the natural, so I would like to planting some creep timber will actually help later in the game. Oh, we actually have some surround on these Adepts by these lanes. 2 makes
they will get 1.
Oh wait, oh yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, 1.
And he's making more and more Zerglings, so I think he might be going for a Bane bust, but seeing these 2 sentries, he might change his mind.
Yeah. Or maybe he's just making some links just to help defend against these Adepts. They're pretty low, so...
What I'd like to see is some Baneling drops coming out of Jardoza, because he's already got the Dropper Lords.
Yeah, that's true. He's got the Overlord speed, I believe, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think he does.
Actually he doesn't. So he probably wants to get that before doing some Baneling drops.
Yeah, against a player of Omega Banana's caliber, you really can't give him that extra time to react. We have a Warp Prism, Temple Archives, and Charge coming out of the way from Omega Banana, and 5 gates. So, looks like he wants to get aggressive. In fact, with the 2 gates he already has, he might be going for a 2 base all in.
Yeah, it's looking very much like it. Like maybe some warp prism, and then warping in some more gateways. He's gonna probably need a little bit more than that, and then probably get some Archon and charge lot for a timing push.
He did send a probe out to either take a third or just fake a third, but it did get denied. And he is getting a forge, so I do think he's not planning on going all in with this.
Okay, I think it looks like he's gonna go ahead and just harass with
Ooh,
this.
Archons almost get caught morphing in, but at least they will be found. Can't fight this with just Lings alone. We do have a spine crawler at this gold base, as the Queen will begin to nibble away at the warp prism, putting a clock on the aggression. Good micro from Omega Banana.
And he's abusing this map where this is uphill.
Oh, that is a lot of charge.
Oh my god, the warp prism! The warp prism goes down!
Oh, but how is that? Oh, the Queen from the low ground was attacking it. I didn't even realize that he could do that. Just a slight mispositioning. And all of a sudden, this is really good for Jardoza. But these Chargers and Archons are such a strong combination. But without the Warp Prism to help them out, they could get surrounded. But they are in a good position. He needs to get this Archon. It's so close.
Oh my
to
god.
going down, but it actually survives.
9 life.
No health. 9 life. Yeah, it's actually it's actually taken life damage. If this main goes down, that would be massive for Omega Banana.
Yeah, Queens are trying to come back to the main, and I'm telling you
He needs to transfuse that main, and needs to transfuse it right now, and he does.
Oh wow, these are some that's some clutch play there.
Even losing the Warp Prism, this has been some significant damage for Omega Banana.
Yeah, that's true.
You really can't fight this with just Lings. If the Warp Prism had stayed alive and there'd been nothing but Lings made, that would have just been the game right there. But as it is, Omega has a serious economic lead right now.
Yeah, he's got that third base established, and also got some cannons, so he'll be able to defend against these Lings that are gonna go across the map.
And he's even making another Archon drop. He's going for it again.
Oh wow! Oh man, what a great position for him.
That I did not expect, but apparently neither did Jardoza. And I think this might be just too much for Jardoza. Look at the worker supply, and the army is quite good for Omega as well. He's going to take out this third base, I think. And in the end, Omega just a step ahead.
Oh my god. And his counter bailing attack on the other third, on our Protoss friend, he is not going to work out, so this is looking really bad for Jardoza here. And he's got another Warp Prism on the other third that's trying to be made by Jardoza. Great double prong Warp Prism harassed by Omega Banana here. And I think he might actually take down this dirt here. And yep.
And that's just it. GG. Omega proving himself to just be a step above Jardoza.
Man, I thought Jardoza actually had it with that Warp Prism snipe, but Omega Banana, he pulled it out of that.
I'm just renaming that replay to 2-gate opener so I can send that to drop out later.
Apparently that build actually still works despite having his first 2 adepts being surrounded.
Yeah, well, it did mean that he had plenty of units to fend off the aggression. So what I noticed from that is that he didn't actually need a Stargate to fend it off, which conventional wisdom says you need a Stargate.
Yeah.
But I suppose what it really is if you go 1-gate tech, that tech has to be a Stargate. But he didn't go for 1-gate tech.
All right.
He went for very fast 2 gates instead.
So we're gonna have our next match, and it is gonna be on Catalyst. So let's go ahead and make the Catalyst map.
Yep, and it will be Guitar Cheese versus Catborn.
Do you see Catborn anywhere?
I try not to look at Catborn.
Oh wait. I see what you did there. That's funny how he actually named him his ID Catporn. Alright, so we got Jardoza in here. Alright, let's get, I think, Gravity as well in here.
Indeed. So I don't know much about this player, who I will probably refer to by their race as much as possible. Because
Alright,
otherwise the jokes basically just write themselves, and I'm better than that. I've said it once. That's good enough. I'm not going to go for the low-hanging fruit for the rest of this game.
Sushi says make the server US West or US Central for guitar cheese. So we might actually have to remake this.
Alrighty.
Let me go ahead and just let the players know.
No problem. Not actually sure where Guitar Cheese is from.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Also, would be nice to know Catborn's server so that we can make it so that it's fair.
Guitar Cheese is in the West Coast.
Alright, let's go ahead and... I'm not sure if we got to remake the party or...
We probably should, just to be safe. You know how screwy StarCraft is with its
so
servers.
let's put a Central? Or...
Yeah, that'd probably be best.
Yeah.
The Guitar Cheese's opponent will be a Zerg, so unfortunately that is also a Zerg. Unfortunately it's going to be a ZVZ. Unfortunately not because I don't like ZVZ, I do like ZVZ, but unfortunately because I can't refer to that player by just their race.
Yeah.
So I'll probably refer to them by their in-game color.
Alright, so I'm still not seeing where Catborn is. Let me go ahead and ask the chat.
If anyone knows where to find Catborn at Twitch. Last one, I promise. Who am I kidding? I'm not promising that.
All
I
right.
won't make promises I can't keep.
Okay, so just inform that there might be subbing in it for I'm subbing in someone else instead. He's in the clan chat. We're subbing in. Oh, okay. So we're subbing in actually Ravage for Loki. So we're not actually going to see Loki play. That's unfortunate.
Indeed it is. I was quite looking forward to that.
All right. So are you able to? Actually, let me go ahead and get Catporn in here. I'm still a little surprised that someone actually named their ID Catporn.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
All right, so let's see what's going on in the chat. Jared Zala says Guitar Cheese is from California. All right, so thank you all for tuning in. Feel free to follow us on Psionic Aftermath, our Twitch page. We're at like 761 followers so far, so we're trying to go for 800. And also, if you want to, you can also follow us on our YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. All the links are below on the overlay, so pretty easy to get to the link. Alright, so we have Catporn finally in the lobby here.
Then let us get started as soon as the race has been changed for Ris3n's player. They are showing a Zerg on the website, so there we go. Will be a ZVZ on Catalyst for game number 2.
Alright, Guitar Cheese is ready. Just gonna get ahead, just gonna wait for Catporn's confirmation. Oh my god, Kamatada linking us on the Twitch chat with that catporn.com.
Yeah, I'm not clicking that.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
I'd like to think it's actually just pictures of adorable kittens like that, like those sites like Earth porn and map porn and such from Reddit, but I've seen too much of the internet to believe that's true.
Let's keep it family friendly and let's not mention any porn actually.
No, those sites are all actually just showing cool stuff, not sexualized stuff. The Reddit subreddits. Like, for instance, Earth porn is just like cool mountains and vistas and lakes and stuff. It's just.
Okay, then it's not that bad. I mean,
it's sort of this in-joke.
I mean, who doesn't like cute cat pictures, you know?
Exactly, but just to be safe, don't click on that link because that might not be the kind of thing that Kamatada is sending us.
Oh, what happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
Did something break?
What happened to you?
Oh, did I leave or something?
I'm just seeing myself in the loading screen, although neither player has yet begun to load in.
Interesting. I'm back into the I guess not the lobby but the main menu.
Did it show anyone else out of game?
The charge keys, I think it broke for him because he's in here with me as well. Let's go ahead and remake this again. Oh wait.
Well, in that case, if we're remaking it, I'm gonna have to close out of StarCraft 2 because it's still in the loading screen and I gotta bring myself back in.
Okay, sorry guys for the little bit of a delay there.
Blizzard's StarCraft 2 client is not great.
Hopefully it's not we don't get this same problem again. Oh, it might actually be because of the region thing switch, maybe, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had that happen before as a result of changing servers.
Yeah, not sure actually, but anyhow, let's go ahead and remake this, get you back into the party. Alright, did you get the game invite or?
No, I have not. I just got the party invite.
Oh.
So try re-inviting me.
Alright, invite you to game. Let's get all the casters in here as well. Stillfly's in here, I think. Yep. Gravity, let's go ahead and invite him as well. Alright, so guys in the Twitch chat, since we're waiting, so if you want to ask any questions you want, you can ask how long I've been in Psyx or what race Salavant plays. Let's get the chat going as we start this. Let's go ahead and actually confirm if all the players are ready.
Well, second time is the charm. So let's see if Ris3n's player decides that they're ready. And if so, we can get into this game.
This is best of 5. Current score is 1-0 in favor of Ris3n. Alright, so it looks like Cat Porn is ready. So here we go. Now, as I have to say, Team Ris3n actually been on fire lately because they're currently first place in the ATL, and they're currently first place in the VSL as well. So they're doing pretty good so far throughout the whole team league.
Oh, there you go. In the upper left, representing Ris3n, looking for a second game. Hopefully the last time I have to say this name, it is Cat Porn. I just hope nobody else in my house heard me say that out loud in this dramatic voice.
Oh, that must be so awkward.
And in the bottom right, representing Psionic Aftermath, going for a very fast pool, it is Guitar Cheese.
Living up to his name there with the cheese.
Yes, he is. Presumably, while strumming some strings on his guitar, he's just that good. And we're going to see an extractor trick, so this is going to be, I believe, a 12 or a 13 pull, but it isn't going to be a 13-12. It's not going to go with banelings. It's not going to be super all in. It's just going to try and deny this natural base and get some damage done, and it will transition into a more of a macro game. Guitar Cheese is actually not all in with this by any means. It's a funny thing with Zerg versus Zerg. The more units you make, the more units the other player has to make to deflect you. So it's actually very difficult to be completely all in this matchup.
Yeah, it looks like Guitar Cheese is actually going to go ahead and just, especially because he's not actually having the making the assimilator. He's going to go ahead and just harass while getting that second hatch.
Yep. And Ris3n's player is just now making gas. Pool is still on the way. The 8 lings will be spotted. The first 6 lings will be spotted with the next 2 lings coming across the map. So, Catpawn will be aware of this.
Alright, let's see how much damage he can get with these 6 lings here.
Yeah, the pool is only just now finishing, so this could definitely get a lot of damage done. They're going to start eating away at this hatchery straight away. As the queens start being made, a spine being made in the main, but unless Catpawn pulls drones, this hatchery is going to go down because it's already at half health. It's dropping precipitously low, and we do have 6 drones on the way from Guitar Cheese, so he's already transitioning out. But it looks like more lings will be done just in time. But he could just try and sacrifice these lings, and he gets it, and he's even going to escape with almost all of the lings. He only loses 1. Speed is on the way much faster for Catpawn, but having taken out this expansion, Guitar Cheese is in a nice lead from this opener.
Yeah, especially because he wasn't totally all in. He only made only a few lings, so...
Exactly, to achieve precisely what he wanted to achieve, but there is a Baneling nest on the way for Catpawn. So he's going to put on some counter-aggression of his own. He's just going to try and bait these lings into fighting in this narrow choke point.
That's pretty smart there. But yeah, too many lings. Oh, actually he's gonna. Oh no. Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, definitely too many lings. But now with these 2 queens, he should be fine. But speed is about to finish for Catpawn. It's only just started for Guitar Cheese, so this could be very tough to hold.
Yeah.
He's building a spine crawler, which is good. But I think he needs to wall off that main ramp with his queens. Does snipe a Zergling, but does he know about this Baneling being morphed in? That is the question, and he does. He sees the Baneling being morphed in and knows speed is done, so he knows exactly what the score is.
Oh, there's queen.
He does, but there are still 3 more queens to defend this. Oh, good hit from the Banelings though. But overall, this first attack, not going to do anything near crippling damage. Guitar Cheese is still fine, he still has his 2 bases. Catpawn's about to have his 2 bases as well. And overall, this game should normalize with Guitar Cheese in a slight lead.
And it looks like Guitar Cheese is actually going to get his own Baneling nest.
Yep. Catpawn has the tech advantage and a few more workers. Well, not anymore, but the tech advantage is going to be gone pretty soon, and overall Guitar Cheese has a bit more army and a couple more workers, so... But Catpawn wants to maintain that tech advantage. He's getting a Roach Warren and an Evo Chamber at his natural.
Yeah, Roaches gonna be I guess a pretty good map to go Roaches, as this map you can pretty much go across the map in just a sec because it's so short.
Yeah, it's
kind of like a Biogenesis.
It's probably the second smallest map in the pool, just behind, as you said, Abiogenesis. Catalyst is... It's actually one of the maps where you can even do a queen walk in certain matchups and certain games.
I've seen that too.
Because you can just go straight to the center, and it is actually such a short map. You know, it's a deceptively small map. Backwater. It looks so big, but it's really not.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she said.
That's exactly what you don't want to say.
I had to throw in there. It was
And the Roach Warren is on the way, and here we do see these Banelings coming in. Good connections from both players, really. But that's kind of going to be a bit of a mulligan, because... Oh, we got more Zerglings on the way. They're gonna go into the natural, and these Banelings are gonna try and get some damage done on the drones. They all get pulled, but 6 drones already going down. These Zerglings are gonna be relentless trying to take out these drones, but actually they get blocked out. But still, 6 drones have gone down. Guitar Cheese is building his own Roach War, and 7 drones on the way for Cat Pawn, and Guitar Cheese extending his lead significantly. Third base on the way in an unconventional location indeed for Cat Pawn. While Guitar Cheese has his up faster, and he's got Roaches on the way.
Yeah.
But +1 and Roach speed will be much faster for Cat Pawn, so he will have that going for him. We do see some slow Roaches moving across the map, and these Zerglings are not actually in position, but these Roaches should hatch in time to deal with that.
Yeah, I don't think these Roaches will get too much damage, as there's a Spine Cola as well behind those Roaches.
But these Speedlings could actually deny this third hatchery from Cat Pawn, actually.
Yeah, and he's going to go ahead and snipe away at that third. And in the meantime, Cat Pawn is trying to do some damage with the Roaches. Does get one, but he has to retreat.
There are some Lings and there are some Banelings at the third base, and that's going to fend off Guitar Cheese for now. He's going to have to try and deal with these Banelings. He does get one, he does get the second one, but loses too many Zerglings. He's not going to be able to deny this third base. In the meantime, a couple of straggling Roaches. One of them is picked off by Cat Pawn. And he's going to have Roach speed before the lair is even started from Guitar Cheese. So with no lair at like nearly 7 minutes, Guitar Cheese looks like he wants to go for a semi-all-in attack. He's getting +1, so he's not completely dead behind this, but he will be behind if it doesn't not work.
Yeah, I mean, he
does have a lot of Roaches.
Yeah, 48 army supply for Guitar Cheese, and he's going to go ahead and try to take down this third. Roaches coming on top of the other Roaches.
Pretty even in Roaches, but the Speedlings start to flood in. The Speedlings and the Roaches backing away, going for this third base. They're like, we don't have to go into the natural if we can deny this third base, which is already so low from the Zergling that harass earlier, so this third base is definitely going to go down. What
a big pick off right there for Guitar Cheese there.
And Guitar Cheese is taking a lair, so with 3 bases to 2, he can afford to take that tech disadvantage, and he is still ahead. Will he try to move in on this 2 Spine Crawler natural? I don't think he will. He's, I believe, just going to go home and make sure there is no third base being morphed anywhere else.
That's probably
Ravager.
Yeah, that's probably the smarter move. You just took down the third base. You want to go ahead and kind of get the kind of go macro back and then go for another timing attack once Cat Pawn goes on the third.
Looks like Guitar Cheese is going in. Though it might just be a good strategy to ensure that he can never take a third base. Because there are a bunch of Banelings here for Cat Pawn, and a lot of Guitar Cheese's army is Zerglings.
Oh my god.
So he's going to need to pull those back.
Is he going to get surrounded here? Oh man.
Guitar Cheese is in a good position with his Roaches, but a lot of these Lings get really badly hurt from the Banelings. But overall, it looks like Guitar Cheese will keep hold of his army. I don't know if it was a great trade for him, but it wasn't a terrible one either. More and more Roaches streaming across the map. +1 is about to be done to equalize that upgrade count. But again, Roach speed is done for Cat Pawn, is not done for Guitar Cheese. But he just has so many Speedlings, he does not care. He's sending in the Corrosive Biles to force the Zerg out of position, but Cat Pawn actually eats some of them. And Guitar Cheese is going to move forward. He's got a 20 supply lead. Cat Pawn needs to retreat to this Spine Crawler. But overall, Cat Pawn is so busy defending that he isn't even able to try to take a third base.
Yeah, Guitar Cheese could just trade Roaches and still be okay here.
Exactly, it's 3 bases to 2. Anytime he trades 1 Roach for Roach, he's happy. He's got the lava advantage. He doesn't have speed, but even that disadvantage is about to go away soon. But Cat Pawn trying to engage again. The thing is, he's got this Spine Crawler, but he has to engage Guitar Cheese if he ever wants to take a third base. And Guitar Cheese knows that, and he's just hanging out outside the base and saying, I don't have to attack you, you're going to attack me.
Yeah. Basically, this is kind of keeping your opponent inside his natural and not allowing him to come out. And the further and further the game goes, the further and further ahead that Guitar Cheese is going to be.
Yeah, Cat Pawn trying to take +2, but he's actually supply blocked and had been for quite some time with that snipe on the Overlord outside of the base. But Cat Pawn going in again. But Guitar Cheese, the Corrosive Biles, the Concaves are just great. He's slowly extended the supply lead from 20 supply to 30 supply to 40 supply. He's just coming out further and further ahead every time these guys fight. And now with this Spine Crawler down, he might actually choose this as the moment to make the killing blow. Queen goes down. He's just going to snipe this Roach Warren. And probably the Evo as well. And there's nothing Cat Pawn can do. Guitar Cheese just has too much. He's taken too much of an advantage over time. Cat Pawn dives in on this, but it's not going to be enough. The supply is plummeting for both sides, but it doesn't matter when you're 40 supply ahead. that matters more at 40 supply than at 100 supply. Drones are dying left and right. Even if Catporn holds this one attack, he's at 38 supply. There's nothing he can do. He's down to 23 works and he doesn't have the army. More and more units streaming across the map, but even that's not enough. GG, Guitar Cheese will take game number 2.
Alright, there you goes, guys. Tying up the score. Now to 1-1. For both teams here. So the next one will be kind of the tiebreaker here.
And we will be seeing Ravage going up next.
That is correct.
He is not DRG-ling, unfortunately, but he is still a Grandmaster level Zerg. He is still very strong.
And who's the next player for Team Ris3n is Prototype. Alright. So let's go ahead and get Prototype in here into the lobby. I don't see Prototype in the the chat channel, so we're gonna have to get the other guys to invite. Acid Plant will be the next map.
So do you know anything about Prototype?
I've seen him before in like different tournaments, but I haven't really seen him like too much.
I have not heard of him myself, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. It will be another TVZ, but fret not, we do have a TVZ for game number 4.
Yep. Hope the central region is okay with everybody. I'm not sure.
And I think if it goes to a game number 5, we are probably going to see Guitar Cheese going up against Omega Banana, which would be a really cool CVP.
Yeah, I would have to say Guitar Cheese out of the tonight's lineup is probably the best player for Psy X here.
Yeah, I would have thought Loki, but Loki failed to show up, so it will be Guitar Cheese who's definitely our top player for today. But that's not to say that these others can't take games. We may not even get to the ace match. We'll have to find out.
Yep. All right. So
either one of these teams could take the next 2 and win this series.
Yeah. We have 19 viewers on the stream. Axis, it looks like he just came into the stream, so welcome, Axis.
Good to have you. And it looks like Team Ris3n is fearlessly sending in their own diamond player. Oh no, looks like he's fled. Probably was.
Alright, so gonna go ahead and ask the guys to invite Prototype since he's not in the chat channel. Looks like he's actually getting out of the game, so hopefully he can come in pretty soon.
Probably just making sure he's warmed up. Always a good thing. I know that my first game tends to require some rust shaking for the day when I hop on ladder. Just getting into the groove of things. What have you been up to over the last week or so, Snoopy?
What's that?
What have you been up to?
Well, I actually bought a new monitor today, so I'm actually pretty excited.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What kind?
Basically a 23-inch Asus monitor.
Nice.
Yeah, the one that I'm currently using is from 2010, so that's like it was due for a new monitor.
Yeah, I suppose so, and that'll make the stream even better. But we are getting into this game. A ZVZ on Acid Plant, which is a very interesting map, which we shall discuss a little more after the introductions. Though I have not played ZVZ on it, after all, being a Protoss player. There you go, I've given away the answer to one of your super special chat questions. I'm pretty sure most of the people already know. In the top left, representing Psionic Aftermath, looking to bring it to match point, it is the Green Zerg, it is Ravage. And in the bottom right, representing Ris3n, also looking to get to match point, it is the Red Zerg, it is Prototype. So, main thing about Acid Plant is that the third base, there's no really good option for one, and it is quite difficult to hold. There's a lot of distance in between, so I think we're going to see if either we're going to see some Ling Bane Wars over this third base, or we're going to see one player decide, you know what, stuff this. I'm just going to go straight to roaches and wall off. But another thing about this map is if you look at the natural area where you can wall off, it's actually very far away from the hatchery, so you need to spread a lot of creep in order to get there. You definitely need to spread an early creep tumor in order to be able to wall off that location.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'll be interesting to see how these players approach this unique map.
So pretty sure maybe all the Zerg players are pretty happy as we have two ZBZs in a row. Although I don't know, I'm not sure. Is ZBZ is a fun matchup for people to watch?
I love to watch it.
Yeah, I
especially Ling Bane Wars. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad that it seems to be the tide seems to be shifting a little away from that. Because while I do like the Roach Wars as well, they do take longer to get going.
I mean, the Baneling Wars has a lot of micro involved, so I guess.
Oh yeah, it's hard stuff. Really, I'm just a big fan of good StarCraft. Like, I just love watching really competent players do their thing.
Yeah, I mean, even in TBT, I mean, that's probably my least favorite matchup. But if it's like Innovation versus like TY or something or beyond, that's always pretty fun to watch.
Exactly. Just watching the best players play, no matter how they do it, it's just always thrilling. The better I get at this game, the more I realize how strong that players like this, players at the high levels really are.
Yeah, you get a new appreciation for them for being so skilled and talented at the game of StarCraft.
Exactly, and these guys are no slouches either. That's for sure. They are definitely a lot better than you or I. Talking about Ravage and Prototype here rather than the Korean pros. And it looks like Ravage is gonna... Actually, both sides getting a Baneling Nest at exactly the same time. So you know what? I think I'm gonna get my wish.
Yeah, looking pretty much like it, as this map is actually pretty big. So Lings and Banelings are pretty much, I guess, the standard or more common on this map compared to Roach openings.
First third from Ravage will be immediately spotted by Prototype as a couple of Lings start digging away at that, but there are 4 Lings being sent to drive that away. Third base coming up for Prototype pretty much at the same time, so yeah, I definitely think we're going to see some Ling Bane Wars as both sides try and defend their third and attack the other one. We'll have to see who comes out on top. It's going to be an interesting battle. Both sides starting to make Lings, both sides speed, finishing at the same time. Both sides have pretty much exactly the same tools available to them. It is going to just be a raw battle of control, micro, reflexes, and guts. So we will see this Ling Bane War. 2 Banelings morphing in, already getting spotted. I believe one of these will be denied, but the Lings will come to defend their morphing comrades. One of them gets cancelled. Will the other one, will it finish in time? Oh, that's so close, but it doesn't. Oh, Prototype. That was, you're playing with fire here, mate. But it worked out. He was like one of those flame jugglers, you see. Playing with fire without letting it burn him, and in the meantime, Ravage is forced back because there is a lot more Lings out on the map for Prototype, and they're probably going to go for this third base themselves. Third base just finishing for both sides as these Zerglings start to eat away at the third base of Ravage. It looks like Ravage has droned up a little too much. He's getting a Roach War and an Evo Chamber, and both sides are, but he might have gotten a little too fast. This third base actually might go down. Banelings are on the way, but are they going to be fast enough? There's only 2 of them. Oh, and this third is actually going to go down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What a big pickoff
Great
for
move by
Prototype.
Prototype.
And that's going to force... Yeah, that's going to force Ravage to go ahead and counterattack and try to take his Prototype's third down.
He's going to have to, yeah. Baneling gets a decent connection. But all of Banelings will get eaten away as they move across the map. 4 more Banelings being morphed in by Ravage. The Prototype is ready. He always seems to see this coming. But this time he will not be able to cancel them in time. But if he tries, he's going to lose a lot of Lings. And boom! One good connection from Ravage as Prototype's playing with fire. Finally catches up to him, but 4 Banelings being morphed in by Prototype now. But there are Queens here to defend. And these Queens are going to start picking away at the Banelings before they even get into the base. Oh, that Baneling's so close to getting a great connection done, but there's so many Lings here from Prototype that Ravage is now going to force to back up. Almost eats a Baneling hit, and now he is behind by 15 supply. He has not been able to retake that third. He's trying to, but the lava advantage goes heavily in favor of Prototype. If he denies this again, that might just be the game right there, and I don't think that Ravage can hold it.
It's going to be pretty tough here.
There's just so many Lings from so much lava being spread across the map. Roaches are not enough to have the mobility to fend this off. He needs a great Baneling connection.
Oh, that Bailing's so close to being dead.
But Ravage does save it. And there are no Banelings around for Prototype. Another Baneling.
Oh.
Oh, that was so... Oh, that was so close. But Ravage not quite manually detonating that Baneling in time. Will this third base survive? There are a lot of lings here from Ravage, so I think he will be okay, at least for now. He needs to keep this third base.
Yeah, if that third base goes down for Ravage, that's pretty much GG for Ravage.
But there are Roaches on the way for Prototype now. They are almost at this third base. Roaches are on the way for both sides. So this could stabilize this game with a slight edge for Prototype. But did Prototype make that +1 upgrade? Did he already finish that?
No, not yet.
In that case, the advantage will fall into Ravage's side very shortly. Baneling's getting sniped with only one link at cost. These Zerglings are eating away at these Roaches and forcing them to turn around. They are body blocking them. The Baneling's doing well, but most of them will not reach the Roaches, and Ravage fends this off, and he will have a +1 upgrade. Which means that these Roaches will two-shot Zerglings, and that's what's on the way for Prototype. All of a sudden, Ravage might have a chance to get back into this game.
Wow. Usually when
a ton of Banelings as well.
Usually when the Zerg's base goes down like that, like it's usually a bad sign. But I think Ravage might actually pull. Oh well, no, actually he's gonna get surrounded here.
Oh, he needs to back away to this wall. He needs to get these Banelings in. But oh, that's just a beautiful position for Prototype, keeping all of these Zerglings away from the Banelings while fighting with all of his Roaches.
Oh no!
And that's actually going to be really bad for Ravage. His Roaches do two-shot Zerglings, but it's just not enough. And look at all these Roaches and Banelings on the way from Prototype, and there's really not much to defend from Ravage.
Yeah, I mean,
and the Zerglings flying across the map as well from Prototype.
The army supply is pretty even, but again, the worker supply pretty in favor of Prototype here.
And we are going to see if with this defender's advantage, will that be enough to defend? Ravage does fend off these Banelings without taking too many hits, but Prototype is streaming in. The Roach numbers are pretty even, and Prototype is forced to back away for now, as he double expands.
Wow.
Prototype taking a 4th and 5th hatchery.
That's pretty ballsy there.
And Ravage should not chase further. That's how he got into this mess in the first place. He's going to have to kite backwards against these Speedlings, which he does, and Prototype backs off. So Prototype with the advantage, but Ravage is still alive, and he does have that +1 upgrade that Prototype has not even started. And he's getting +2 on the way, so as this game goes on, if this 5-base economy doesn't get out of control for Prototype, then Ravage could get some good stuff done. +2 against +0 could be just absolutely huge. I don't think there's even an Evo chamber for Prototype. Wait, no, there is, but he hasn't taken +1.
Maybe he just forgot or something.
About it.
Yeah.
He must have thought that he made it. He's just getting his +1 now, so +2 and +1 are going to finish at about the same time.
And he realized this, he's throwing down the second Evo chamber just to try to catch up on the upgrades.
Yeah, 4 Ravages are on the way for Ravage, as befitting his namesake. But he does need a 4th base. As I suppose that Ravage is spending all of his money, so his lava is not too big a concern. So I don't think it's a concern that Prototype has 5 hatcheries, but I do think it's a concern that he has 4.
Yeah. Alright, looks like Prototype is going to go ahead and try to take down this dirt once again, but has to back off as that's a lot of roaches there.
Aims his corrosive balls at the Overlords. 4 is the magic number needed to one-shot an Overlord if it doesn't dodge out of the way, but we got a Ling run by at the natural of Ravage, but it won't get anything done. Some Roaches were popping out at the time, and they will fend this off with no losses. 11 Ravages on the way from Prototype. He is fully ready to fight. And we've got some more Ravages on the way from Ravage. So we are going to see some Roach Ravager wars going on, but again, Ravage does not have that 4th base, and he needs it. He still has a 1 upgrade lead. Good corrosive vials from Prototype as Ravage backs away, try not to get hit. Both sides throwing down the corrosive balls, and they're hitting from both sides. I'm not sure who's getting the worst end of this trade though, but Ravage is starting to leap up in supply actually. Once +2 finishes, this might be his cue, but I don't think he's going to get it done before +1 finishes for Prototype. He'll only have about 10 seconds, and that's just not enough time to get much done. Overlord's getting sniped across the map from both sides, and Ravage is actually supply blocked at this point.
Oh man, not a good time to get supply block, as I think he can actually go ahead across the map and attack.
That's what I think he's going to do.
Oh,
but Prototype is ready. Good dodge on the Overlord. Great dodge from those corrosive balls, mostly
Wow, nice.
avoiding the majority of the hits, but while still continuing to fight. And he's going to move forward, and there's nothing to protect these very vulnerable Ravagers from Prototype. Oh, but the corrosive biles hit home, and all of a sudden Ravage has a supply lead.
Wow, that was a great engagement for Ravage there.
Very back and forth, just didn't quite have it in the end. There's 13 more Roaches and 6 Ravagers on the way. Both sides are building up their forces. +1 Carapace starting for Ravage because +2 has finished. It is going to be +2 against 1-1 shortly, but that's still a superior upgrade for Ravage. But he's now getting surrounded against this wall, and there's just too many Ravagers for Prototype, and I think this actually could be it. Ravage has been outpositioned, outgunned.
Out macro.
And his supply is starting to drop precipitously. Exactly. He never took that 4th base. He was basically all in, and the all in did not work.
Yeah, unfortunately, the upgrades, well, it didn't work out for him as he was pretty ahead in upgrades, but now is all pretty much 1-1 with against +2.
Yeah, and now Prototype is going to charge in. The supply lead is so heavily in his favor. I think that's going to be the game, and Prototype is going to bring this to the ace match. Or into the, not to the ace match, but to match point for Ris3n.
And GG.
GG is
from Ravage.
I really think that would have turned out very differently if Loki had showed up for this clan war.
Yeah, I would say so myself, but unfortunately, Ravage takes the fall, and now is up to Kuna Matata.
Yeah. Well, Kuna Matata has proven himself quite a strong player in these clan wars before, especially in TVZ. Not to give anything away, but he knows what he's doing.
I think he's probably the most experienced ATL player for PsiX. I think he, if I'm not mistaken, I think he played in pretty much all or most of the ATL match, the 4 ATL matches that we have previously played.
Well, there you go.
And next map will be on Neon Violet Square. Oh no, actually it's on Biogenesis. So
interesting. And it will be a TVZ against Perilous.
Looks like Kuna Matata is maybe AFK or something.
We shall find out. Interestingly, it looks like Ris3n has stepped up their game a great deal since last year. There was a match that we had in the Alpha Team League against them last year, and PsiX actually 3-0'd Ris3n.
Oh, wow.
And they had to field a team of pretty much pure masters. But now they've got a team of full GMs, just like we do. Both sides have really added to their roster, which makes sense because they are both 4-0 right now.
Yeah, Ris3n actually, if you guys don't know, they have a lot of branches. So they're part of the, I guess, the Ash clan, the Water clan, Ris3n clan, the Flames clan. They're all connected. So a lot of players in the Ris3n clan.
Well, there you go.
Kind of like how PsiX had PsiX Academy branch.
Yeah, I didn't know about all of those. I knew that they had flames and flares.
Yeah, so
and I figured ashes, but I didn't know that they had Water clan either.
Yeah, so they're pretty stacked in terms of quantity. All right, looks like Kuna Matata needs 2 minutes.
Alrighty.
So while we wait for Kuna Matata to get ready, we're gonna go ahead. Actually, let's go ahead and let the other casters know.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, so let's go ahead and see what's up in the chat. We got jumped up to 20 viewers. Nice. If you guys haven't yet, feel free to follow us. We appreciate the any support.
So how's your StarCraft been lately, Snoopy?
It's been alright. Been mainly casting. As you know, we casted yesterday, as well as the Theory versus Loki show match on Saturday. So a bunch of
That was
casting.
pretty great.
Yeah, yeah. It was great to see Loki win that 5-3.
I think it was 5-2, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, actually yeah. I think 5-2. Yesterday was 5-3. Against
That's right.
Dark
Yesterday was
Society
5-3 against in the Platinum Diamond Claymore against DSG.
Yep.
With Kano taking, I believe it was 4 kills. Really nice. I thought he'd taken 3, but it was actually 4.
Oh no, November. Screenshotted my my message saying where's cat porn. Posted it in the Discord chat.
That's November for you.
Alright, so
she's young. These things are extremely funny to the high school mind. Not that we would ever laugh at anything so juvenile.
Of course.
We're much more mature people than that, aren't we?
100%.
I'm not really good at fake laughing.
Alright,
Anyway,
so maybe it's as we wait for Kuna Matata to come back. If you guys have any questions for us, type into the Twitch chat. We would love to answer any of the questions that you have.
How about this? How about this one, Snoopy? Have you been playing any games other than StarCraft lately?
No, my life is for ire. I'm a Protoss. I only play StarCraft. There's no other game for me.
Well, then you got to give me more than 20 seconds about what you've been doing in StarCraft, then. If you spend your whole life playing StarCraft, surely you should have some more interesting stories from the last few days.
StarCraft is life. I mean, you can look at my profile. Like, I'm almost like close to 20k total games. So that's all I play. StarCraft.
Then tell me a story.
All right. So once upon a time, there was a little cat. Not named cat porn, by the way. Just a little cat.
A StarCraft story, man.
It is. It's getting to the part where it's a StarCraft story.
Alright.
Alright. So he decided to watch a Twitch stream. It was Pixie's Twitch stream. Got the inspiration to play StarCraft and became a StarCraft player himself. And now he goes by the name Cats, and he's part of Team Root. No, I was playing. That was a horrible story, I know.
I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I know.
Unfortunately, I don't have many good stories either.
It's okay. Hopefully Kuna Matata is back so that we don't have to tell any long tail StarCraft stories or anything. Oh, there we go.
Something strange I've noticed. There we go. Something strange I've noticed is that so many people seem to be dipping very low in MMR lately.
Really?
Well, like, I've fallen to like 4.6k. I know a bunch of people have fallen a couple of tiers below in MMR. A lot of people I see are a tier or two below MMR when I just view their profiles. But then the question is, if MMR is a zero-sum game, where is it all going? Like, if I lose 10 MMR, another player has to gain that MMR.
Oops.
Maybe that's what happened when I got all that MMR and went up to 4.9k. Maybe it was just like... But I don't know how... I don't know, because like, the thing is, I've fallen like 300, 400 MMR.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, actually... Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But... I don't think I've gotten any worse. It's just like everyone else seems to be better.
You know, I think ladder's just a roller coaster. There's always going to be those highs and lows, those dips, you know.
Yeah, but this dip has gone for like 50 plus games at this point. It's very strange. I just got to ride it out in the end, but yeah, this variance is more than I ever expected. That's it. I still feel confident in my play. It's just the MMR is not really showing it.
Yeah. November saying, at least I'm not Going around looking for cat porn.
Yeah, or so you say, November.
Yeah,
So
so
you
you
say.
say. November, have you been visiting some websites that we don't know of?
She started out searching for memes, but then she got in too deep.
Yeah.
Now she doesn't know how to find a way out. Sometimes she doesn't know whether she posts the memes, whether the memes post her.
Zeno asks, "Is that cat sushi?" Actually, I started out the cat thinking of sushi, but I decided to change it up as I told a sushi story, a cat sushi story, a few while ago. It was a bad story, but decided to change it up, and actually, I did not know where I was going with that story, so it was just like a failed story.
See, that's why you never audible your build in a high pressure situation. You stick with what you practiced.
Yeah.
That's what we learned in StarCraft, and it applies to storytelling too.
Alright, let's go ahead and get Perilous in here.
Gonna be having some trouble with Perilous managing to join the game. Again, Blizzard's client, proving why it's the best in the business.
Alright, so Stillfly said he can't join, he's restarting, so hopefully that won't take it too long. We do got Kuna Matata in the lobby, so this should be good. It's on the Biogenesis, which is actually one of my favorite maps currently in the map pool.
Alright, here's something interesting. It's a story of which I will undoubtedly be brought to great shame, so I've been saving it for a good moment.
Alright, here we go. Salavan story.
November's gonna love this one, because she's into anime. So I watched this anime recently called Baby Steps, which is this tennis anime. It's not what it sounds like. It's actually a tennis anime about a guy who steadily gets better at tennis through baby steps. It actually has a lot of parallels to StarCraft, I think. You know, with the practice and the showing up and the continually improving. But the thing is, it made tennis seem so interesting that on Thursday I actually went out and played tennis. And you know what? It was really fun, and I'm going to be going again next week.
Nice. I actually like watching tennis. Like, they have the commentators are kind of boring, but actually the game of tennis is pretty fun.
Oh yeah, the thing is, it's a lot like StarCraft in a way. It's 1v1. You've got the combination of mechanics and strategy, where the mechanics in tennis is a combination of your strokes and the athleticism required to pull them off.
Yeah, I would say so. It's a lot of skill involved in tennis.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. It's not a game like games like football, for instance. If you're very athletic, you can sort of pick it up pretty quickly. Tennis is not like that. Tennis athleticism is important, but skill is even more important than that. So it is very interesting, and I like it because it's kind of like it's a one-on-one sport. Like StarCraft, you have friends around who you play it with, but in the end, in a match, it is just you.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing doubles.
Oh yeah, doubles. Crazy's in doubles they hit like back and forth because I think the outline is like extended. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of back and forth, and it's always pretty fun to watch.
That's for sure. Alright, here we go. In the top left, looking to bring Ris3n to their 5th straight ATL victory. It is the pink Zerg. It is Perilous. And only one person stands in their way. Representing Psionic Aftermath, the Red Terran, the veteran of ATL, Kuna Matata. Kuna Matata means no worries, but I'm pretty sure that's aimed at him and not his opponents, who should be very worried indeed.
Now Kuna Matata again is the last player. If he loses this, the Ris3n clan will win this ATL match, but hopefully he can send us to the ace match, and we can maybe see Guitar Cheese once again.
And even if Psyx loses today, it's not over, because odds are both of us will make the playoffs, where we very well may meet again.
Yep, that's
in
correct.
a later round.
We're
and hopefully we'll be here to cast that too.
Yeah, no matter how this match turns out, the series turns out, both teams will be at the first and second place in the standings in Group A.
Yeah, almost. That's for sure. Like, How many more matches are there in Group A? Are we nearing the end?
Yeah, this is the last match of Group A.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Still, being first place does give you a superior seed into the playoffs, so you definitely want to win this match.
By the way, November says she likes the anime Prince of Tennis, which I've heard of.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and I wasn't much of a fan. I kind of like the steady growth of a player, but basically the person in Prince of Tennis is already like insanely good at tennis from the first episode, and I don't find that quite as interesting.
Ah, so it's basically the main character is like One Punch Man or something. Just like OP.
Not One Punch Man, because it's not like he's like #1 in the world, but he's already quite strong.
Yeah. It's funny, interesting, funny how we talked about StarCraft and all of a sudden we're talking about animes here. But anyhow, animes are pretty
It's almost as though most StarCraft players are nerds. Perish the thought.
Yeah.
We do have a fast third on the way from Perilous, which is quite fast, especially in a Biogenesis. It looks like he wants to play more of a macro game. And I wonder if Kunamatata is going to pull out his trademark PVZ build. Not TVZ build.
Oh, here we go, guys.
Here it comes! Yes, I love this build so much. And I've actually been seeing it in pro games recently. So, of course they stole it from Kunamatata. Who's been doing it before it was cool.
It's gotta be.
But for those of you who don't have your pulse on the pro scene, what this build is it is a Ghost Hellion attack. And what it does is, the Hellions deal with Zerglings while Ghosts snipe down the Queens that act as the backbone of the defense. By the time you get across the map, you will have 2 snipes available. Because Ghosts start with 75 energy now, instead of 50, so this has actually been buffed quite recently.
Yeah.
Kunamatata was doing it back when it was just on the cusp of professional viability, but with the extra buff, it has actually become a legitimate pro-level strategy in this matchup. And we are going to see how Kunamatata does it, because he's had plenty of practice doing it. Remember, a snipe does 170 damage to a queen, so the second a queen gets even touched, it can be one-shot by a ghost. It cannot be one-shot purely by a ghost snipe, it does need to be tickled first. Ooh, this first Hellion actually going to go down. Some miscontrol from Kunamatata. Is he going to lose this Reaper? Yes, he... No, he doesn't actually. Keeps it alive, but the first Ghost is across the map. It is not quite going to have 100 energy because Biogenesis is so small. But I would like to see him back. I would like to see him back off these Hellions actually. To start getting some snipes off. This Spore Crawler is going down, but the Spore is not going to help him against the Ghosts. Because they're not here for cloak. They're here for snipes.
Yep.
And the Zerglings cannot get close because of the Hellions.
And I think.
But overall, great defense so far from from Perilous. I mean, Ghost will snipe an Overlord on the other side of the map, and he's just going to back away. Ooh, this Ghost is actually going down to these Zerglings. Great pick off there from Perilous.
And I believe that Ghost had a lot of energies as well.
Yeah, Kuna's going to push out again. Try and see what he can get done at this third base. This Perilous, Kunamatata has killed a lot of third bases with this build, but I don't think that's going to happen here. Perilous knows how to defend against it. Now that it's part of the pro scene, people are learning how to deal with it, which makes it a little weaker as well.
Yeah.
Some Zerglings do get into this natural.
So not too much damage here.
They won't get anything done, but they will get a little bit of a scout in. Ghosts continue to be made, and a Roach Warren on the way for Perilous.
Now, Kunamatata actually did this build a while back in another ATL match. That was earlier on when I think the Ghost Hellion wasn't as quite common. It wasn't part of the meta as much. But yeah, now since it's part of the meta, as more pros has done this build, I think Perilous has a better idea of how to counter this.
Another Overlord gets sniped, a few creep tumors will get taken down. And yeah, Perilous does seem to have an idea of how to counter this, but Kunamatata's economy has been pretty good. He was ahead in workers for a very long time, and it's only just now has Perilous evened it up, and Kunamatata is taking that third base. So I'd say Kunamatata's done just fine with this opening. He hasn't killed too much, but he has been really slowing down the Zerg, denying any sort of map vision. There's only one Overlord out on the map, but these Zergling run by, if it sees the third base, it could actually just straight up kill that. He needs to lift, but he doesn't. Those Zerglings get into the natural, and they could get some serious damage done. There's nothing here to defend.
And
Even a
he's
Zerglin getting into the main somehow.
yeah, and delaying that dirt as well. Oh my god, 9, 10, 11 SCV
He
kills
sends
already.
his SCVs to the third, but he's like, no, I don't actually want you to go that way. And that is a big hit for Perilous. That is exactly what he needs to do to get back into this game, and I'm kind of worried for Kuna Matata now.
Yeah, not looking too good for Kuna Matata here.
That third base is nearly done. He does have a lot of Hellions. He's building a siege tank, so I'm wondering if he... No, he doesn't want to go into mech. He's getting steam. He's getting more axes. He's just very committed to the Hellions. But he will need to find a way to throw those away, hopefully cost efficiently later on. Ooh, this command center just finishes a few seconds in time.
Oh man, that forces all the whole army of Kun. Oh, and he was about to retreat with his whole army there, but
Just sends a single Marine back, and he's going to try and get some damage done with these Hellions. But not really going to find anything. These Ghosts are really starting to stockpile energy. They want to get some snipes off if they can. And we are going to see some snipes on these Queens.
Oh, nice.
3 Queens go down. That creep spread are going to be severely hindered by that move. +1/+1 on the way from both sides, as well as combat shields from Kuna Matata with the stim finishing. He's getting an armory, and he is starting to move into this bio play. Does need to start evening up that worker count.
Yeah, 49 to 66 workers so far.
Yeah, I would say Perilous is ahead, but it's not a terrible position for Kuna Matata by any means. Kuna Matata is in alright shape. Problem is, this Spyro is on the way now, and all of these Hellions are not going to be as good as the game moves on and the upgrades become bigger and bigger. 0/0 Hellions don't do well against 2/2 or 3/3 units.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty interesting. You know, right now the ZVT metagame, we all know that Muta's kind of fallen out of the meta because mech is so strong, and also there's always that bow that's always been historically good against Mutas, but looks like he's gonna go try to get Mutas on this short map distance here.
I think the main reason they've fallen out of favor is because Hydras are just so strong, but this Hellbat tank Ghost push is going to hit before the Mutas come out, so that could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, this might be his chance here.
Yeah, this is definitely a good chance for him. It's a great time, but in the meantime, Kuna Matata is going for a flank. I mean, Perilous is going for a flank. Actually, no, he's going for a counter-attack, not even a flank, and this wall at the natural is down.
Oh no, again.
He does have Marines if he can defend it, but he's got a couple of bands on the way as well. In the meantime, at the natural, a lot of damage being done, so this is going to be... Oh, these Lings just keep getting in, but the Marines are going to defend against this, I would say, but more Lings heading towards the third base. They're going to get a lot of damage done. 20 SCVs go down, and Kuna Matata knows, alright, I have to go. I gotta get damage done, and I gotta get it done right now, but these Banelings are doing so well against these Hellbats, and all of them are gonna go down, and oh, I think that's actually the game. I think Perilous has done it. I think Ris3n will take this and go undefeated into the playoffs.
Oh man. So unfortunate, but yeah, it looks like Ris3n will take this game and move on to become the first place in the standings, so...
But Kuna Matata has not stopped fighting yet. 8 Mutalisks are on the way for Perilous. Supply lead 50 supply ahead.
Oh no. Another run by here.
Oh no. Why even have the supply depots at this point?
Yeah.
It's tragic for Kuna Matata. And oh, he's going to lose so much. And I think this could just be the end, or at least... Oh my god, the Banelings.
Just for reinsurance there.
That was a war crime. Those SCVs had families.
And now here's the Mutas, and he has no anti-air, no turrets.
He has some Marines, but it's just not going to be enough. He has 80 workers to 30, 130 supply to 64. Perilous is everywhere. Perilous showing the true heart of the swarm, and Kuna is forced to GG. Ris3n will take the series 3-1. Great job by Ris3n.
Yeah, congrats to Ris3n there. Gonna go ahead in the ATL playoffs as the #1 seed. Psionic still #2 seed, so not too shabby. And we'll see. Hopefully, we can go get a rematch in the playoffs between the two teams.
Yeah, I'm sure Psionic will be practicing hard and looking for revenge. And I will continue to languish in mid-master obscurity and long for the day when I can perhaps play in this myself.
I can't wait to see that day. Anyhow, thank you all for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed all the games and all the matches. Remember, guys, do not watch cat porn. That's the lesson of the day. Do not watch cat porn.
Always a good lesson, really,
Yeah.
under any circumstance. Unless you're a cat, then it's kind of okay.
Yeah, unless you're a cat, you're good to go. You can watch cat porn, dog porn, any porn you want. But anyhow, let's stop talking about porn. Thank you all for tuning in. You got any last words?
We're friendly family, Sal. We can't talk about porn on stream.
Yeah, family-friendly stream, guys.
The only person allowed to talk about it is you, apparently. And for last words, let's take a look at the tournament roster and see what we've got coming up, because Psyx always has some great events on the way. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, next week we have at 8 PM on Friday, we have an all-kill against Ris3n, actually, a friendly clan war, 4 diamonds. The first one has to be a Diamond 3 player, so we will see some of our lower level players in a best of 7 all-kill. That same day at 11:30, actually, so that might be... We'll have to figure out how that's going to work. We have the all-in Nidus against Formless Bear Sloths. And the day after that we have the Validity Star League, also against Formless Bear Sloth from the same week, actually, which is a Platinum Diamond all-kill team league at 5 PM Eastern Standard Time. So really we've got a great bunch of events going on Friday and Saturday this week.
Yep, a bunch of events here.
Plenty of lower level tournaments, lower level clan wars, but we also have all-in Nidus, which, while it doesn't allow GMs, it does have a lot of strong M1s in it. And it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah. Alrighty there. That concludes and that wraps up this ATL stream and cast. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the night, and we'll see you guys again next time.